you. So are you on the analyze part?
The analyze part for what?
Like, did you recode it?
Yes.
And when you do that,
Shoes?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when you analyze it, do you just have two options now?
I can't remember. Let me go look. Are you doing it for the one-way ANOVA or just for the?
Yeah, one-way ANOVA.
Oh, you mean two choices to pick from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Okay, perfect. I just want to.
Hey, Randy.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Sorry, I was having computer problems, but.
Oh no, that happens.
Don't worry about it.
So I was updating my computer. I started on them. I don't know where you guys are at.
We're just on the.
We're setting up graphs or setting up the numbers that we need
For
on
8?
SPSS. For 8.
Or what numbers are you?
Oh, we're just like we have our SPSS. We're just getting the numbers we're going to need so we can go through.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
I don't have a redefine on mine.
Redefine for what?
Like when you plug in 1 and 2, or do you not do that for this one?
I don't think you have to do that one for this one.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I have my score for the footwear. Hey Lisa, to make sure I did this right, when you pull up the footwear, like the results, for your total of sum of squares, did you get 4,321.700?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. Bless you. So from what I see, I mean, I'm just skipping around, but the Q and Q is not normal.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
Agreed. Well, are you guys looking at the normal or the detrended normal?
I was looking at the detrended.
Is that what we're supposed to look at? I can't remember what the video said.
Because the expected is like what people thought, but then the deviation from normal is what actually happened with me.
So what do you do if it's, I guess, not normal? Can you still... guess, or what question are you guys on?
Should we just start from the top?
Probably so.
First couple are pretty easy.
So I said 3 was true.
I put false.
Is it false? Oh.
But that doesn't mean that I'm right, because I guess, but
Well, I was trying to like watch the videos and like not do it at the same time, but like go back and like look at what he said. And that just doesn't make sense to me. So you guys are probably right.
So in the book, it says in an ANOVA test that null hypothesis typically expressed in words.
yeah, that's...
All the
I should look at the book then.
So I put false. For number 4, the requirements we check. It's also in the book. And I put the second 2. The data in each group are normally distributed and variances are equal in each group.
Agreed.
Wait. Which ones should variances are equal in each group?
And the data in each group is normally distributed.
Okay. And this is Q and Q.
Yeah. Restricted QQ. One for each group. And then for 6, it's the largest variance is less than 4 times the smallest variance.
That's what I put. My computer is like dragging. Like, it drives me crazy. It's so slow.
So for 7, I said it was 4 just because it kind of makes sense, but I'm not 100% that that is actually right.
I think it's 6.
That's what I put. Just because I wrote it out.
Me
and
too.
then counted them. That's the only way I can do it.
Yeah, I
So
lined them up and then drew lines.
yeah. So on the 3 samples here, Amanda, it gives us that you have to compare 1 and 2, and then 1 and 3, and
Yeah.
then 2 and 3. So if there were 4 samples, you'd have samples 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So you'd have to do samples 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, and then 3 and 4.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for 8, I think I did it right, but I don't know if you guys have gotten the variance groups. Or
Yeah, I looked at them. What did you get?
I got 27.208.
Yep, that's what I put. Ouch.
And then for 9, I just followed that same pattern. I took the biggest one and
Mhm.
for the largest, and I have 53.158.
Sorry, coming out again. How did you do those, Randy?
So in SPSS, I just followed the outline of the book where so analyze.
Anyway.
So when you're doing these, Amanda, because you're kind of new at this SPSS, it's easy. You kind of want to set up 2 different things, I guess. You know how to do the one sample, whatever, ANOVA that you did.
Yeah.
But did you do where you go in and you get all the standard deviations, the means, the variances, in the analysis in the Explorer? Do you remember? So you have to do that too. And it gives you a whole bunch of other, and in there you can set up your histogram and your plots too. So that's where he's getting the numbers.
Okay.
And it's in the book. It kind of walks you through it. But so if you go with to your numbers
Yeah.
and you go to, I can't remember now. analyze, you want to go to descriptive statistics. And then you go to explore.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of play with that one too. It's in the book, and I can't remember if he does it in the videos or not. But that's where you go if you want to find the variance for each group.
Okay. And then the coded footwear would be the factor list, and the kicking accuracy would be the dependent list, and the comments label cases, right?
So which one are you in the descriptive statistics and explore?
Yeah.
So your dependent list, you said, is what?
Kicking accuracy,
Yeah.
and then
And then your factor,
would be the code,
yeah.
and then comments.
Yeah. And so you can, on the side there's statistic plots and options.
Yeah.
And so you can go in and click on what you want to add to look at.
So for 8 and 9, would you just press OK and it would be there? Or do you actually have to click on?
So if you go in and you set that up and you go to explore and you plug those two in,
Yeah.
and you click OK, it's going to bring up each group's information, the mean, the standard deviation, the variance, up or lower, and it should already plug that in for you.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
And then you just go look through each group's variances and find the lowest one. So it's not going to tell you the lowest one. You're going to have to look at it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sweet. Thanks.
On 10, did you put true, Randy?
I put true. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
For 11, I put false.
That's the one I'm kind of going back through the video on, because I remember him talking about the detrended versus the normal, because there's two different QQ plots that it brings up.
Yeah.
And are we supposed to look at the detrended? I can't remember.
I think it's the detrended.
Is it? So I guess I'm confused on that, because if it's the,
I think maybe you might want to double check because I'm not.
yeah, that's why I'm kind of looking at. Well, I just can't remember if they said don't pay attention to it or use that one. Because I'm confused. Like, if everything else matches out, why would that be off?
I guess you're true. You're right with that.
I guess that's my only thought that's making me confused. So I can't remember.
You might want to double check that because I think it does.
Yeah, I'm gonna look here and see if I can find where it was. See if I can find it in the lesson. So it says, look for graphs. A bunch of output will be created. Look for graphs labeled normal QQ plot of ...
Okay.
Do not use detrended.
Oh,
So then it would be
Okay.
true.
yeah.
So yeah, because yeah,
Well, that's good to know.
yeah, I could not. I couldn't remember. Okay. For the love.
So for question 12, I'm not quite sure how to take out
Remove
just the SOX data.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Well, what is the SOX? It's going to be after E. Does it say SOX here on the...
Yeah, it has this it labeled SOX, but
Okay, let me try something. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. All right, let me try this again.
Can you repeat that, Randy? I left my thing cut me out before you finish your sentence.
no, I don't know how to take out just the SOX data for question 12.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but we'll find out here in a minute.
I know, I'm like experimenting and
Yeah, it's a lot of playing around with it, I think. Okay. So... Okay. So I just deleted them and recoded them.
Oh,
And I got a different number. I can't tell you if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it cut it out, and so I only have 5 things instead of 6.
so what do you get for the p-value?
I got 0.309.
309?
Mm-hmm.
Let me try that. Good idea.
Yeah, try it and see if that's the only way that I can think of it, would be to just delete it out and recode. Try something.
what do you recode?
I just just recoded my numbers to get 5 things instead of, but I just redid it again by just deleting them out and still having 6, and I still got the same number.
Okay.
So I don't think it matters. I just didn't know to see if it did matter.
Yeah, that works. Sweet.
That's all I can think of. I wouldn't know how else to do it, so we'll do
Good
that.
idea.
You know, I go through all these different tests, I guess, that we have to download from those huge amount on the data, and I think to myself, who has the time to, why would they need to test this? What's the, you know, some of them are kind of strange. Interesting, but
So are we using the, like for 13, are we using the one like with the Q and Q? Or are we using the one that you just generated?
for the hot dogs? Or what?
No, for ANOVA, like for 13.
Well, this is just an out of the book question. So the test statistic is the F statistic, which would be the T or the Z in any other problem we've done.
Yeah.
So the p-value, is it to the right or to the left of that spot?
Okay.
And in the book, I put it's to the right. It's just a little tail.
Yeah. So the book says the p-value of an ANOVA test is always the area to the right of the F.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The video says that too.
Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. Let's do
Hot dogs. Hot dogs actually sound pretty good right now. Open.
funny.
All right. Babysitters got here, so I gotta take off.
All right, perfect.
Thank you, and sorry I'm taking off early.
Yes. Oh, nope, that's understandable. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya.
Okay. We don't need to recode it, right? At least not at first, like with the Q and Q.
Yeah, you're going to need to because you can't have words.
Oh, sorry.
You can't have the beef and whatever else they have. I can only read beef. So you're going to want those to be numbered. So you're going to recode that. And then we'll just do the calories first. I'm not eating your candy. No, that was your sister, and it's okay because you have a whole bucket full up on the fridge that you're not allowed to touch right now. It's fine. There's plenty of candy. You're not going to run out. Oh, the worries of Halloween.
Food. I just got a whole bunch of one. Oh. Hold on. I'm just recoding the type, right? You don't have to recode anything else.
Yeah. Because I know that it can't be like a word. It won't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, finally. It's like my program's running slow. Okay, it wants the QQ plots, right?
Hmm. Examine the calories first. Okay.
Callie, stay out there with that, please. It's too noisy. No, Callie.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can move.
Shh. Guys, can you go out to the other room for a minute, please? Both of you. Please. Thank you.
I'm gonna screen share just so you can see what my Q and Q looks like to make sure that we have the same
Okay.
thing.
Good thinking.
Because you can't really describe Q and Q.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Oops. I'm gonna put down. Okay. So mine looks like this. Oops.
What are your thoughts on your QQ plots?
I think like for question 14, I think it's this one. Assumptions have not been met. While it's safe to assume each group comes from a normally distributed population, makes sense because they're all kind of the same. We cannot assume that the variances are equal.
Okay, that's what I put too.
Because if they're equal, okay.
Well, yeah. I don't. They're not. Yeah. They weren't perfect. They could have been better.
Yeah. And I put, we have sufficient evidence to claim that all three hot dog types have a different number. But I don't know if it's all three or if it's just at least one. Or if I'm just completely wrong.
Well, I'm still looking at this one, so let me think on it for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, degrees of freedom are 2. It isn't 2 technically like super insane.
It's kind of, well, but it doesn't, it, It's different from then what we would think of the other ones. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're wanting it for the calories still. So, make sure I got the right numbers. Okay. So what is it asking? That the mean number of calories is the same for all three types of hot dogs?
Uh-huh.
Go look somewhere. I feel like it's a trick question. I think there's a number we're supposed to be looking at that would tell us that, and I can't remember which one it was. Let's go back to, I didn't read the whole.
I need to go potty real quick.
Okay.
Oh, every time I move, it's so painful.
Just you wait. Okay, so pretty much this is telling us that whatever the null hypothesis is, we're going to reject it.
For which one?
Because for 15.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, of its significance level. So I'm trying to figure out, it never told us what that was, but I can assume that it's equal, obviously. So whichever one fits the fact that we rejected the fact that they're equal. So I'm thinking 2, the second one. lost her.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Anyways, I was thinking it was the second one. What are your thoughts?
So they have the same mean number.
That we don't have sufficient evidence that they have the same. Because we rejected the null.
Well, when we
that's just a kind of guess. I'm trying to think what I read in the book. Because with this one, it's not like numbers. It's just like, so it says in an ANOVA test, the null hypothesis is typically expressed in words. That the null is all the means are equal, and the alternative hypothesis is one or more of the means differs from the others.
Okay.
Rather than numbers, or like we've been doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if that meant that it applied to all of them. So that's kind of just what I'm guessing, where it didn't really give us the null.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
that's
it's wanting to know if they're equal, and it rejected that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's my guess. If it's not that we do not have sufficient evidence, or hold on, maybe it's not that one. It's not the first one. It could be the third one.
I thought it was the third one, but that means nothing.
Well, as I read the second one now, I don't know. I still get confused on these, to be honest.
Because when we reject it, it's always
I just read that word.
It's sufficient, and so I personally don't think
it's probably 3 then. You're right. I wasn't reading it right. Okay, now let's examine the sodium. Of course. Have you already set that one up?
Yeah, I have this one set up.
Oh my goodness, you're like a speed demon.
Except it doesn't really it doesn't match with what it says. So I'm going to screen share this with you again.
Right, let me go play with it and see what I get. Sodium.
Okay. So it says.
Oops.
So this is sodium. And it says that the smallest variance is 71,000. But mine only is at 200 and 700.
Okay, let me go set mine up and see what I get.
I don't know. I'll try to set it up again.
Oh no, that's just what I did. Okay, never mind. Cancel.
We don't have to code anything, right?
Well, it's already been coded. We just got to move the sodium over instead of the calories. I don't think we have to recode.
Yeah, so mine looks like this.
Okay, let me see.
Sorry, I'm going to make you multitask.
I used to be really good at it, but I don't know. The more kids I had, the less good I. So I got the lowest variance is 7180.75. Let me see yours here. So we're just looking at the normal.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. They're kind of like that last one where they're not awful, but they're not the best.
You know, like, is this completely wrong?
What do you mean? Is it wrong?
Like, because it doesn't go up to like thousands.
Are you ready to be nice? Let me go look at mine again and see what it's doing. Well, so the QQ plot, though, is only for variance, though, isn't it? And I don't think it... Let me see. I don't think it would go up that high.
Right, when I do the explore, my minimum is 144. My maximum is 645. Unless I'm just doing this wrong.
For... Where are you getting those numbers?
So I want to analyze, and I went to descriptive statistics, and I did the Q and Q, and so I got this. So Q and Q. I have my sodium over here. And then I just pressed OK.
Go watch a movie. Good job.
Were you showing me how you did it?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to figure out how you did it. I think you're taking off on this whole SPSS and you're going into places I've never even seen. Which is not bad. It just means I'm not sure what you're doing. Well, I'm just trying to think on the last... Did we check that on the last one that we did, if it matched up with the numbers?
I don't know.
I think as long as you plug them in right, it should bring it up right. And my numbers match the numbers that she has. Well, that the test quiz, whatever, has.
How did you do it?
So I just went into, let me show you here. Okay. Oops. That's not what I want. So I went into, let me pull up, my goodness, I have so many numbers pulled up, I can't keep track. So I did analyze and I did this descriptive statistics and explore.
Okay, hold on, let me walk through it with you. Okay. And you have your code. Okay, explore, blah, 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 blah. And analyze. Descriptive statistics. Okay.
And then for the dependent, I brought over the sodium, and the factor list is the type code.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Okay.
And then in this, you can go and like go into plots and check which ones you want. And I check the normality plots with tests. I like to do the histogram. It just gives you a lot of options that you can click and bring up all at once.
Okay. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks a ton better. Okay, perfect. Thanks.
So okay, so it says you should see the QQ plot for poultry. Suggests a possible problem with the normality assumption. Which one is poultry? So poultry. Yeah, okay. The smallest variance, largest variance. Okay. Have the assumptions been met to use ANOVA? Okay, so that's making me think that no, it's not. By the way they're asking the question. And it's a little bit off. It's not, I wouldn't call it normal on the poultry. So this is like that one we answered on the other whatever one. So it's either the second one or the fourth one, I think.
Oh my gosh. Will you walk me through, you made a Q and Q, right?
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I made a bunch. I made a histogram, a QQ, and a whisker, box and whisker one. Just through that, if you go into your analyze, descriptive statistics, explore.
See,
When you go in, you go into plots on that sidebar and click, check the box that says normality plots with tests, which is going to give you your QQ test and plot or whatever.
okay, hold on. Just start over. Okay. So I'm gonna do explore and put my thing. Okay, and then what do I do? With the sidebar.
You have the numbers plugged in. If you have your sodium on top and the type code in the factor list. So on the side, there's statistics, plots, and options. Click on plots. and it brings up like
Oh.
a bunch of different options that you can click. So you can click to bring up a histogram, you can the stem and leaf, but if you click the normality plots with tests, it's going to bring up your QQ.
Okay. 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 Sweet. You said
All right now. So it's just asking to look at the poultry one.
mm-hmm.
It says you should see that the QQ plot for poultry suggests that there's a possible problem with the normality assumption, which it is. It's not, I wouldn't call it normal because there's too many dots that are off that line.
Yeah.
If that's what yours is looking like.
Yeah.
And so, and then it's giving you your smallest variance and your largest one to make sure that your numbers match up so your plot will match up. So you can go check that to see if your numbers are right, then your graph will be right. If that on your,
Yeah.
go check the variance on each one. So then it wants to know, have the assumptions been met so that you can do an ANOVA test on it? Which I would say no, because it's not. That one, at least the poultry one, is a little bit off, but I'm not sure which one to mark. And we've answered one like this above. So I'm thinking it's either the second one or the last one.
I was thinking the last one.
That's kind of what I was leaning towards. So we'll try it, and I guess at least we have another chance.
Yeah.
So now it's saying we decide to do it anyways and wants the p-value. So we're going to run a whatever on it anyways. Callie, stop eating stuff.
And this is just a normal ANOVA, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, calories or sodium go in the dependent list.
What was that?
I said, will calories or sodium go on the dependent list?
It's going to be sodium because we want to know sodium, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We've already done one on calories, so now we're doing sodium.
Yeah, that was a dumb question.
No, there's no such thing as dumb questions. I ask them all the time if that's true.
So the p-value, the p is, hold on. P is written down as sig, and sig is 0.179. Oh, and that's the answer. What conclusion can you draw about the mean sodium levels of dogs? The means. P-value less than 8. So this is, so we would fail to reject, and because we would fail to reject, we would be insufficient.
B or the
Hey.
oh, he's back. That was quick.
Welcome. So I said it would. Did you hear me before I cut off?
The second one.
Yeah, we do not have sufficient evidence.
I thought that's what you were starting to say, and that's the one that I put. So
Okay. Okay, good.
And that's the ones that are on the paper.
Hey.
Welcome.
You
Welcome.
guys done?
we just barely plugged in our last answer. I don't remember which one you even left on. It's taken us a minute. Some of the questions had us confused.
Let me see here.
Do you live like a block away from your church?
Yeah, less. Half of them.
Oh,
I
was
cut
gonna
through my
say,
neighbor's
man,
yard.
You've got to be close. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, if I cut through my neighbor's yard, it's just a yard and a street away. So,
Goodness, we drive 20 minutes.
yeah, we're pretty close.
That's good. That's nice, though.
And it wasn't even for me anyways. It was for my wife.
Oh,
What a
Going,
supportive
"That's not
husband.
here."
supportive husband. I was going to say, bishopric,
Yeah, no.
that's not for you.
Okay. So try these.
Okay, I'm writing them down here for myself.
Yeah.
But you left on 13, I think, Randy.
Yeah, so I'm on 14. I'm gonna just skim here. The second one for 14.
That's what we put.
What did you guys put for 14?
Yeah, that's the one that we put.
Okay.
The second one.
For 15. The fourth one? Is that what you guys put on 15?
We put the third one, but I was between the third and fourth. I have the hardest time with these, remembering how to
So-
word them. So tell us your thoughts on it and how you came to it, and maybe it'll help me do better. You may be right, Randy, now that I'm reading in the
It
book.
is
Says,
either the third or fourth.
yeah. Oh, I just finally read here in the book. So I can remember. And it says that the alternative hypothesis is given as one or more of the means differ. So it doesn't say that all of them necessarily, like the third one says. So you might be Might be right on that one.
Which one are we talking about?
On what number is this? 15.
Okay.
Because the third one's saying all three, and that doesn't necessarily guarantee it. We don't know if it's one. It could be more, at least one or more.
Yeah. I mean, I would think if it said one or more, then it could be an option.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we'll find out in a couple of seconds.
Well,
You can try it and see.
I don't know. Sorry, I came in and now I'm making you guys doubt
No,
yourself.
I'm glad you did, because we were actually having a hard time on that one, trying to figure out which one to put. But that one, I kind of like that one a little bit better. Now that I reread the book.
All right.
Okay.
So for 16, do you guys have the last one?
I'll submit mine and see if we will.
That's a good idea. Yeah, one of us needs to.
Okay. Did you get some ice creams? What did we put for 3?
False.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Really?
Yeah. 14 is wrong. 15 is wrong.
Which one did you put for 15?
For 15, I put the third one.
Okay.
So it's probably the fourth one.
Probably right then.
Yeah. I can't hear you, Lisa.
Can you hear me now?
Not really. You're kind of shaky. If you're speaking to me, I can't hear you.
Yeah, several times. I mean, I was there.
16 is wrong.
Which one did you have for 16?
The last one. The assumptions have not been met. It is not safe to assume each group comes from a normally distributed population.
So we had 3 wrong.
Yes.
So number 13, number 14, and 16.
3. We had 4 wrong. 3. Well, I guess you two. We put the 4th one, but 3, 4, and 16.
3 and 4 are wrong.
Sorry, 3, 14.
Oh, 14. Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. And 16. Okay. Go back to my quiz. At least it was one of these and it wasn't like a numbers one. Okay, true. I'll just
No! There's not a ton in it though, but when I pull that way, it's also getting like so
maximum.
this is the one where it hurts on that side. What I just did was an MCL test. But